Talkative Carl. We're back to playing some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. I thought about like just putting this in for this week a little bit earlier. Normally I try to put in a video for Friday, but coming this Friday I'm going to be doing like live discussion, a couple more live discussions that I want to do before the month is out. And last week when I was doing like a video for the season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Jackie Chan Adventures, on top of the Falcon and Winter Soldier video, I was like a little bit too exhausted, considering I also had to work earlier that day. You know, I didn't want to sit there and worry about falling asleep in the middle of the video, because like I felt like I was doing that a little bit during the Yu-Gi-Oh! Video. Didn't want to end up doing that again. So when I don't plan on doing a Yu-Gi-Oh! Video on Friday, if I don't plan on doing like a live discussion on Friday, at least if I don't plan on doing like so many, I would, stick to the schedule and put the Yu-Gi-Oh! Video on that day. But if I probably got a lot more to do, what the heck? If I know I got a lot to do, and that probably take a little bit more precedent, I will prioritize that and move the Yu-Gi-Oh! Video either earlier or later on a different day. But anyway, besides all that, we'll be doing Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's character Luna and her Ancient Fairy Dragon deck. Now it's like I had to add in a few things, something that might seem like what she would have, because a fair bit of her stuff is like increasing life points. So I put in a few things that will help that along, and in effect damage the opponent's life points. So without further ado, we'll go through a bit of what Luna would have in her deck. Okay, first things first, Ancient Forest. When you activate this card, change any defense position monster to face up the attack position. Flip effects are not activated at this time. If a monster attacks, destroy it at the end of that turn's battle phase. Yeah, she didn't have that much in her deck. Fairy Wind. Destroy as many face-up spell or trap cards on the field as possible other than this card, and if you do, each player takes damage equal to the total number of cards destroyed by this effect times 300. Pixie Ring. While you control 2 or more face-up attack position monsters, your opponent cannot target your monsters with the lowest attack for an attack. Bird of Roses. When this face-up attack position card is destroyed by battle with an opponent's attacking monster and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 2 plant type tuner monsters from your deck in face-up defense position. Dream Sprite. When attacked by your opponent's monster, select another one of your monster cards and designate it as the attack's target, then calculate damage. Fairy Archer. During your main phase, your opponent can inflict 400 damage. You can inflict 400 damage to your opponents for each face-up like monster you control. This card cannot attack during the same turn you activate this effect. Only one Fairy Archer can have its effect activated per turn. Fairy King Truesdale. While this card is in defense position, all plant type monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense. Guardian Angel Joan. When this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, gain life points equal to the original attack of that destroyed monster in the graveyard. Healing Wave Generator. Once per turn, you can select another face-up monster you control to gain life points equal to that monster's level times 100. Kuribon. During damage calculation, if this card is being attacked by your opponent's monster, you take no battle damage from this battle. Your opponent gains life points equal to the attacking monster's attack, and you return this card to your hand. Needles. If this face-up card will be destroyed, you can destroy one face-up plant monster you control instead. Regulus. Once per turn, you can select one field spell card in your graveyard, return it to the deck. Spirit of the Breeze. As long as this card remains in face-up attack position on your side of the field, increase your life points by 1,000 points during each of your standby phases. Spore. If this card is in your graveyard, you can banish one other plant type monster from your graveyard. Special summon this card from your graveyard and increase its level by the level of that banished monster. Each player can only activate the effect of Spore once per duel. Sunlight Unicorn. Once per turn, you can excavate the top card of your deck, and if it's an equipped spell card, add it to your hand. Otherwise, place it on the bottom of your deck. Sunny Pixie. If this card is sent to the graveyard for the synchro summon of a light synchro monster, gain 1,000 life points. Okay. Ancient Fairy Dragon. Requires one tuner and one or more non-tuner monsters. Once per turn, you can special summon one level 4 or lower monster from your hand. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this effect. Once per turn, you can destroy as many field spell cards on the field as possible, and if you do gain 1,000 life points, then you can add one field spell card from your deck to your hand. Ancient Pixie Dragon. Requires one tuner and one or more non-tuner monsters. After resolving a field spell card that was activated during your turn, draw one card. You can only activate this effect of Ancient Pixie Dragon once per turn. Once per turn, you can target one face-up attack position monster on the field, destroy that target. There must be a face-up field spell card on the field to activate and to resolve this effect. I'm thinking about it. I got an idea, something I remember from a Yu-Gi-Oh episode. Gravity Bind in combination with this, and anything that increases my life points, I can just fire off more damage to the opponent kind of situation. Okay, now I'm not gonna, stay too long playing around with Luna's deck. It's not exactly my favorite deck, because I don't know, she hasn't doing much, to gauge like a substantial, or at least to gauge what a substantial deck she will have that I can put into the game and test out. After like a good fair bit of other decks, I had to do a fair bit of research and some guesswork here and there to make sure I get like a full deck. And I really usually don't care for just the regular 20 or 40 card deck, I usually go for the full 60. Some people go for the 20 or 40 just to make sure that they get the cards that they need, but I like to make sure that my deck feels like a complete deck, you know? Just thinking about this. Yeah. Yeah, not exactly a contender for the big leagues. Yeah, you definitely at least get ancient fairy dragon onto the field, I guess. Just making sure that he doesn't have that other trap card that cancels traps. Let's see what we have. God darn it. Alright. Can't attack when I use that ability. That magical mallet. I'm gonna reshuffle my hand. Yeah, this is making Link a trap card. Oh, I do have a magical mallet. Allowed me to destroy one of my attack position monsters, not the opponent's. That was weird. Yeah, using like a deck like Luna's that pretty much was like a stall type of deck, because not exactly built for like not that well balanced to actually, like, you know, hell, it's not even as effective as like Joy's or even the Samurai, 6 Samurai deck, or you know, it's just a very low tier kind of deck, you know. It's like you want like a beginner deck. It's like around that general area of if you starting out playing Yu-Gi-Oh, just building your own little deck. This is kind of like your beginner kind of deck, you know. Not something we want to compete with. But anyway, yeah, this kind of lasted longer than I expected. At least I expected to like get, you know, be done with that one match and play at least maybe one more. But like I said, this stall tactic, I didn't want to have this video drag out longer than necessary because of that. So we'll just leave it there. Next time we'll be working on Crowler's deck with the ancient gear deck. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you all. Well, I'll probably hold off from that video for at least in a couple of weeks. I'll give Yu-Gi-Oh a break. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Take care and be safe.